Nation, welcome to the Monday Report. Here's something that probably slipped through the cracks of whatever news source you use. When Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts issued the 2022 year-end report on the federal judiciary, he made a point of referring to the 1954 Brown v. Board of Education decision in which the Warren Court overturned the 1896 Plessy v. Ferguson decision and required the desegregation of public schools in America. The Warren Court was a progressive court, Earl Warren being the same man who led the investigation into the Kennedy assassination, and their ruling was a moment where the Supreme Court of the United States was heroic by expanding the equality of Americans before the law and correcting long-held wrongs. The exact opposite of what the Roberts Court did when this court removed the constitutional right of American women to control their own bodies. Or in other words, God gave humans free will, and the Roberts Supreme Court has decided American women don't deserve that. Now, why anyone would call attention to such a negative connection is beyond understanding. So is the fact that the report completely ignored the leak of the Dobbs decision or the growing demand for justices to have a code of ethics, a demand that dominated the news cycle in 2022 and was highlighted by news that Justice Clarence Thomas's wife Ginny the Insurrectionist participated in attempts to overturn the 2020 presidential election, and Thomas's failure to recuse himself from decisions for his clear conflict of interest and bias on those matters. Perhaps the most ironic moment in a report littered with irony is the statement, quote, "A judicial system cannot and should not live in fear." That's what Roberts wrote. It's in the same report where he demanded protection for judges, something that perhaps wouldn't be as necessary if the court hadn't recently expanded gun rights. I can't imagine what it's like to be an American right now, living in a country where every month there are more threats to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Threats largely being caused by a political party that's also doing everything it can to overturn democracy and install an autocratic fascist state. I grew up at a time when America had the world believing their roads were paved with gold. So learning that a majority of them aren't even properly paved, their teachers are getting more gun training than the average Russian soldier, and most of their bridges aren't safe enough to cross on anything heavier than a bicycle, is a hell of a wake-up call. And now this.